Hey, what's up? Tanner Ewing here from TritiumSabers.com, and today I've got a very exciting video about this, our new Saber hilt release, and this one is inspired by Cal Kestis Saber from Jedi Survivor, the new video game coming out at the end of the month. I'm really excited about this one. Let's get in and take a look. One of the first things you'll notice, we got a couple of miscellaneous parts here. I'll get into that a little bit more in a second. One of the things we're doing differently at Tritium Sabers is we're including a chassis with our saber hilts. So whenever possible, we're going to include everything you need from a material standpoint to build this, and we're not going to charge you extra for it or make it something that you have to buy or purchase separately. So this is a chassis that we've included. It's got a battery holder built into it. It has a place that holds a Profi board, your speaker. It also has this add-on piece, which is for an accent light. I'll show some more about that here as well. Let's go ahead and grab the hilt out of here. And when you get this, it's not fully assembled yet. Just doesn't fit in the box very well. So there's the hilt. And the last piece in here is going to be the fins, the shroud at the end. I'll show you how that goes together real quick. So there they are. You'll see there's a notch cut out right here, and there's a corresponding tab that's on the end. These just go together by dropping that down in there and sliding them on. Just like that. Now there is a series of set screws that go in there to hold those in place once you get them installed, but that shows you kind of what they look like. I'm going to quickly go over the other features of this saber hilt. Let's set it here so you can have a look. Let's take a quick look at how the chassis goes together. So included in these parts, one of the things that's included here is an LED strip. So we give you this strip of NeoPixel LEDs. These are for accent lights. They go around the inside of the cap on the end. Create a really cool ring glow there. There's a couple of little cover pieces that go over the set screws and some accent components there. We also have a couple of push buttons and some push button circuit boards in here that are included. The top piece unscrews here. And so does the bottom cap. The chassis components here has this accent light piece. This is where the LED strip installs inside of there, and it has these cutouts for the LEDs to fit in. If you choose to use a larger speaker, like a 28mm, this can be removed and the 28mm can go in its place. That's my preference, so that's how I'm going to install this one. Just remove these 3 screws. And then this piece will just pop right off of there. Inside there, I don't know if you'll be able to see it on camera, but there is a pathway there, a little hole that allows for wires to be moved through the chassis. So when you install, this is an Electronics 123 speaker. available on the Tritium Sabers website. It just snaps right in there, just like that. Again, a place for your 18650, standard 18650 battery fits there. We've also got a little clip right here. That clip, the Profi board will slide into that clip and then kind of click into place. It's a pretty good mechanical hold on the Profi board. I do recommend, either put a little drop of glue underneath it or run a piece of tape over it, to protect the wires and everything. But overall, a great fit for the Profi board. And then this whole fixture can just slide right into, and it's a pretty snug fit. Slides down until it stops. Now that chassis is installed, you can install the cap back on if you want to. The last piece here, there's another component for the chassis here. This holds the push buttons in their locations there. You got a regular power activation button as well as a secondary button to use. That holds the buttons in place. It would also hold any wiring needed for your blade connector or whatever that would go in the top. To remove that, you will need an Allen wrench. Just loosen these 3 Allen screws on both sides. And this piece can just slide right out. You can install your switches just like that. Again, a little bit of glue in there is a great way to hold them in. And we've got these buttons that will go in. They're a little bit tricky to get in there, but if you kind of drop them in or slide them in with your finger and work them around, eventually you can get them to drop in place like that. So now that push button's there. So with that installed in there, you can feel nice solid click of the button. That chassis piece is keyed so that when you screw this all together, it lines up with that. It stops it from having any twists. So if you run wires between the 2 chassis halves, you won't have to worry about them twisting together. Last piece here that I think is significant is these little covers. They go down there. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please consider subscribing. And if you want to support us further, please visit our store, tritiumsabers.com. Thanks again.